What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video recap. Today I'm going to be talking about the top 3 or 4 stocks that I believe today up to today are oversold, and you must keep on watch for the rest of the week. So hopefully by the end of the video, if you've been watching these stocks or you haven't already, hopefully you throw them in your watch list and have an overall understanding, technical wise and fundamental wise, on where they stand and where you stand position wise. So before we get into this video, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys check out our free chat room down below. That's the first link. Leave a like on the video. That really helps to helps me continue making these free videos. And of course, the chat is free. And leave a comment down below with what you think on these stocks and your overall plays and positions. Make sure that's important. Plays and positions, guys. So today, of course, we still have our marijuana stocks: APHA, OGI, and SNDL, which SNDL is really recovering after hours, but we'll cover that right now. We're finally back in the green, but I'm still holding these. I'm still going to hold them for the rest of the week. Hopefully they pick up beyond me being the first one that is going to be on our watch list that's going to be oversold. This bounce here at 113 all the way to 132 was a very great play, but of course I stood out on the sidelines. On the 4-hour, it's not looking the best. Still on an uptrend nonetheless, but this horrible drop coming down SMA, coming down EMA on the 4-hour, and coming down past that previous support here at 123 was crucial. No surprise, it's holding above 124 right now, which happens to be right around that previous support level. So if it does continue holding the 122s, don't be surprised if we see 140s, 150s potentially by the end of this week. But negative catalyst is, I believe there still hasn't been a confirmation between McDonald's and Beyond Meat on their new mug plant, which I think is a very bad name. But nonetheless, we'll see. Keep Beyond Meat on watch. Next one is going to be Netflix, your stay-at-home stocks, which this one still managed to bounce, hit 480s into the market close. But on the 4-hour, another one that's bouncing off its support. Still under EMA, still under SMA. Can it crack above EMA on the 4-hour here, or are we going to get rejected based off its previous history? There's been times where it's popped above the EMA, managed to pull back, bounced higher highs, and then starts coming down. But overall, I think we might get rejected, and we can and might see cheaper prices. I know I've been wanting to get in above 500. I never managed to pull a trigger. It hit 515, and now look where we're at, guys, 480. So keep Netflix on watch. I'll probably, maybe as a day trade, if we see above 480s or 485 to be exact tomorrow, I'll probably take a small position, maybe, because then it has that room to run back to at least the 495s. We'll see. Peloton, P-Ton, which is the next one, another one that had a very, very strong balance off the 92s. We're currently above the whole number of 100. So maybe if we see sub 100 price tomorrow again, and this is just happens to be a bounce here and it gets rejected, see how it's the red candle on the 4-hour. That's the way I like to see it. If it comes back down sub 100, I'll probably size in half at 92 and ride the rest. If not, I'll probably cut my loss. So this was another one that still has a very, very solid uptrend on the 4-hour. I'd love this at 80s, in the 80s, because that's where that previous resistance, late August, mid-September ish. That's the price range around here that I'd probably get in on this. Of course, I'll split my positions just like I did on the marijuana stocks. We'll cover that right now. SNDL, still holding, still waiting, still at the EMA on the 4-hour, still above SMA. Can it pop up above 50, which is probably going to be my sell point, around the 60s? We have yet to see that. Still very dead, just like ACB, guys. This one kind of confuses me because it's still down to the 805s, 825, which is currently at its price right now. On the 15-minute, is looking very disappointing. You know why? Because look at the volume. Compare the volume from Friday to Monday to now. We need to pick it up. I'm not holding any positions on ACB yet. I thought we could possibly come down even lower. I did not think we could possibly see the 825s today, but we did. Maybe we could come out lower. OGI is my next one that probably cut tomorrow if there's no movement. It's just completely dead, completely flat. APHA, my next one. This one on the 1 minute kind of picked up into the market close, which I like. I'm still holding. I'm still probably down on this one. Almost break even, but I'm being patient. I'm waiting for a spike. The worst case scenario comes down to 487. Cut my loss there. If not above 6, I'll probably sell in the 630, 640s. Still patient on this one, but not as patient as I am on OGI. OGI, I'm probably going to cut it if it doesn't move tomorrow. And which one's my last one? Zoom, guys. Zoom. All these stocks, stay-at-home stocks, really fell because of the Pfizer vaccine yesterday. 90% effective rate. Kind of signals to us opening more, or being more out there. We'll probably go back to work. I think even Zoom is a very useful tool, guys. Think about it. People who used to drive 20, 30 minutes to meet up, have a meeting in person. Now you just be like, oh, hop on Zoom. 15 minutes, knock it out. You don't have to commute. So I think that's very helpful. 366 low today. Still closing around the 377s into the close. Had some resistance here around 397. Some resistance at the $400 mark. But on the 4-hour, as we saw, this is very ugly. Looking at it from like the perspective of October, overall, very decent uptrend coming down from the 97s. As for a trend line, where can we see some next support? 279s, 300s. Next one's 350, obviously the $half mark here, and possibly see some resistance to the 400. But look how under the EMA this is. This is what I'm trying to play. That bounce here and probably just take profit. Or if this keeps on sailing down to the 350s, just cut my loss. Again, watch your position sizes. I think Trump is bound to speak tomorrow, so we'll see what happens. Obviously, I'm not saying anything too crazy. I took my Apple play, which offsets some of my losses on cannabis. I sold too early, of course. We bought this dip here, and we sold into this spike here. And then it kept rallying because they had their event today. I think they're producing their new chips for the MacBook. They're undercutting Intel. Where is it at? All of these, the M1. I think that's the chip's called, M1 chip, yep. What else do we have here? We had Tesla, which we played today. Another bounce we sold too early. Helped offset these losses on the cannabis, and still we ended overall green on the day. Nothing too crazy. We're patiently waiting for the right opportunities. If we see stock prices come lower tomorrow, I'm going to start sizing in 20, 30 shares, maybe potentially 50 shares on Tesla, and we'll see how that happens. We'll see how that goes into the end of the week. I also love this bounce here at 396. Remember I said watch the $400 mark, because if we see sub 400, it could get ugly. We can see this trend line here. The one at the bottom here at 393 is honoring the 4-hour downtrend here, which we've broken out from. But on this pullback, it's getting kind of iffy. We'll see. But I love how it held. That's the only reason I play a swing on this, is because it held above 400. So other than that, that's pretty much it for all of the stocks that I'm watching. Once again, if you guys found this video helpful, make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the chat room tomorrow. Thank you.